crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com with your morning Hornets, your sip of chaga coffee. Great, exciting stuff happening in silver and in cryptos. Those are the two things you need in your possession to get past what's coming. And what's coming is the destruction of the old system and a revamping and then reintroduction of new kinds of money. I don't think government's going to get to make the call on this one. I am in the camp of gold, silver, and cryptos. Good cryptos are the best. I don't know if the regulators are going to come down on cryptos. If they do, yeah, who knows? If they don't, all cryptos are going to do well. But if they do come down, it will be... See, that's the thing. If the old system crashes, the regulators will have no say in anything. Unless we try to rebuild the old system, which we don't like. The old system of debt and debt on more debt, the only way to bail out a banker is to give them more money, and money is debt. That's why they call them Federal Reserve notes. Anyway, we'll be talking about silver and stuff like this with Jean-Claude at Beyond Mystic. That is on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific time. My good friend Andy Scheckman will be there. If you haven't bought silver from Andy, do it today. Send him an email, andy@milesfranklin.com or info@milesfranklin.com, and order your last cheap silver today. It's not going to last much longer. As you can see, silver price started to run today, up 5%. Now, what changed from yesterday to today? Nothing much other than one of the moving averages got dinged. So the 100-day just went down, was 23.20, and right now we're at 23.70. We are looking at the 200-day moving average, which is right now at 24.37. $24.37. Now, this is all bullshit, I know, but a lot of the tech traders will only start buying silver when it crosses the moving averages. It's just the way it works. And usually the criminal banksters, the commercial banks, will fleece these people. So they get them all to load up one way. Right now they're all short. So they're going to have to buy back their shorts. So they're going to be competing with Bank of America to buy back the shorts. And then who's going to be selling to them? I don't know who would. Now's the time to get your physical silver in your own possession. This game does not have long to last. So keep an eye on it. And don't forget, all those silver derivatives that Bank of America put on were under 1 year. And they started about a year and a half ago. That's why they had to deliver, 25 million ounces, right around there, in December. And the next silver delivery is coming up in January, February, March. It's silver delivery month. So, yeah, get a hold of as much physical silver as you can. We're going to have shortages. We're going to have all kinds of problems. We could see the crashing of the banks within the first quarter. And then we either bail them out or we don't bail them out. I don't see anything getting past Congress. So will the Fed continue to open the free money spigots to their friends? I don't know. Remember, the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston is the ones who put out the Road to Ruta documents saying we have to go back to a gold standard. So it'll be interesting. Definitely get as much silver as you can get your hands on. If you have gold, I'm not sure why you have gold, but you have it. You can swap it for silver. Andy does that as well. You can swap your gold for silver. I think, there's commissions on both sides of that swap, but you probably get over 70 to 1. Right now, the ratio is, I don't know anymore. 78 is my guess. All you have to do is divide the 1840 divided by 2371. Should be around 78. Anyway, that's what's going on. The difference between now and every time in the past is there's so many more knowledgeable people out there who know exactly what's happening in the silver market. That Bank of America had to lease 800 million ounces of silver from JP Morgan, who over 10 years rigged the price lower so that they can accumulate it. Oh, by the way, that I didn't read that in the $920 million fine that JP Morgan paid. All I saw was the one side of the transaction where they were spoofing everybody. That's a tiny thing. But it wasn't important that they did something. And they charged them with RICO charges, which is racketeering, which would shut down the largest bank in the world, which would destroy everything. So the battle goes on, absolutely. So right now we're looking for $24.37. It might hit by tomorrow. I don't know. Clearly something has changed. They're allowed silver to go up 5% in a day. That's like crypto numbers. And speaking of crypto, crypto's doing very well, nice and strong. Bitcoin's over 45,000. Everybody who was saying crypto's dead, you're not going to get cryptos anywhere, they don't understand the good side of crypto. Yeah, there's horrible people in cryptocurrencies. And there's also great people, great patriots in cryptocurrencies. Just like there is in gold and silver, in the Federal Reserve fiat money system. There's good players and there's bad players. And again, don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. We are headed into a crypto future. And if you are not involved now, you will be. Don't worry. You'll just be involved at a higher price. That's all you got to, it's not going to hurt you not to get involved with cryptos right now. It won't hurt you because you're going to have to use them anyway in the future. Why don't you get them now? It'll benefit you, absolutely, but it won't hurt you. You'll end up just as poor as you are now if you don't get into cryptocurrencies right away. And you don't have to put your life savings into it, but you start learning about what the future of money is. Because the more knowledge you have, the smarter you are, the better decisions you make. I'm a hodler. I look at today as just as same as the day that cryptos go down 20% or up 20%. It doesn't matter to me. I hodl. Hold on for dear life. That's the downs and the ups, because in the future, and this has proven to be true over the last 12 years and will continue, that 12 years from now, you can't even imagine what some of these cryptos are going to be. If you don't think it's true, check out the Canadian truckers. The Canadian truckers are getting cut out of the financial system. So what do? They start a Bitcoin GoFundMe. And they're going to raise over $9 million. I guarantee you. GoFundMe froze their $9 million. That's what bankers and criminal governments can do. They can freeze your assets unless they're in your own possession. And then what comes to the rescue? Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. It shows you the power of this invention. It's an unbelievable invention. And you need to get involved in it. So you need silver in your possession, and you need some good cryptos in your possession, and a gun and food and a source of water. Stuff like that. It's prepper time around the world. Amazingly, Canada is moving faster than the United States. Well, they were more repressed. Supposedly, Biden's going to give his State of the Union and declare that COVID is over. Who gives a shit what Biden says? He's a joke. He's a national embarrassment. And so is the entire Democratic Party. Hate to say it. So is the Republican Party, truthfully. The criminality within both parties is what we have a problem with. Let's just get rid of it all. No more government. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But definitely everybody's looking to get some Bitcoin in the hands of the truckers. The hard part is going to be obviously converting from Bitcoin into fiat. Individuals can do that and then bring food to the truckers and stuff like that. But at some point, the bankers are going to cut off crypto from the banking system, which is not a bad thing if you ask me. For a hodler, it doesn't matter. But the banking system is the problem. That's where the bottleneck will come. And the banks know all we have to do is tell JP Morgan and Wells Fargo and any bank who deals in cryptos to cut everybody off. That's the insanity of the power that these criminals have, is they can cut off your monetary system in a blink of an eye. But when they do that, it'll be time for them to crash too and be gone. Then we'll just be dealing with cryptos and whatever new form of money your government decides to issue. I think in the U.S., we're going to be issuing gold and silver coins. That's why they have that little notch at the bottom of them, so they can track them or keep track of them. And they're going to issue Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, which the U.S. government, I have no doubt, is saving for after the crash. They're saving the Satoshi 1 million Bitcoin and 1 million Bitcoin Cash and all the other offshoots off the original Bitcoin blockchain. This was all part of the plan. Yes, the bad deep state actors got in there immediately, but they weren't Satoshi. Satoshi doesn't need anybody else. His idea of Bitcoin is sound to this day. And yes, there will be problems, but those problems are mostly created by things that get added after, like wallets. You get your wallet hacked. Nobody's going to hack Bitcoin. It's just silly to even talk about because people, the only time you'll hear people say that, for the most part, people have stopped talking about the power. Well, if the power goes down, all your Bitcoins are gone. They don't go anywhere. When the power comes back on, all your Bitcoins are exactly in the same space that they were on the blockchain. If the power never comes back on, we are all doomed anyway. We couldn't last more than a month with no power. So it's just a stupid argument by people who don't understand what they're talking about. The power goes down, all the cryptos are gone. You're gone too. I hate to tell you. And no, your gold and silver will be worth zero with no power. Nobody's going to care about gold and silver. You guys saw Mad Max. What did they value? They valued gasoline. It's true. Who would give a shit about gold and silver in a Mad Max world? Nobody. It's just a heavy thing to carry around for no reason because no one would see it as a form of money. That's a barter world we'd be moving into. I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, that's what, so they've raised right now, I think it's, let's take a look. They've raised 1,500 or 1,548,745 $700,045,273, which is, let's copy that. Oh, here it is. US dollars, that would be over $700,000. And their goal is 955,000. And they're gonna hit that and they're gonna keep going. Go to Tallycoin, Bitcoin for truckers. And that's what the website looks like. Absolutely support the freedom fighters. Speaking of freedom fighters, the Road to Ruta Freedom show starts on March 5th. And we'll be going from town to town talking about freedom. Monetary freedom, medical freedom, freedom to... Censorship is the largest problem we have right now. Believe it or not, in the United States and around the world. Censorship. The insane things that they censor. You can't talk about ivermectin. Are you kidding me? That's literally signing a death sentence for so many people. But we'll be talking about that. We'll be singing songs about freedom. We'll be talking about cryptos, obviously, and silver, obviously. And we're going to have good friends out there. Josh is putting together a little video snippet commercial for what it will look like and sound like and be like. So I'll put that out probably tomorrow. And I'll attach it to the back of every video or maybe even the front. I don't know. And it's short, but it sums up what we're going to be doing on the road. And definitely, if you can come to any of these shows in Sonoma, Santa Barbara, LA, San Diego, Phoenix, Albuquerque, we'll be moving throughout the country all year. But we started on the West Coast because that's where I live. And I think that's where people need to understand freedom a lot more. We'll get there. We'll get there. My friends and family are starting to turn their nose up at the liberals. So that's a great sign. And it's really only the diehard crazy liberals that are left. But we'll get rid of them too. So that's it. Go to roadtoruta.com, hit subscribe today, and join the private road. Get all backstage pass to everything. And we will send you 50 Theta Fuel loaded on a paper wallet. Now, we've been over the years, we've handed out 0.1 Bitcoin in the beginning. Now it's worth $4,500. And a 1-year subscription is $299. You get everything. And the T-Fuel gets mailed to your front door. These will be worth a hell of a lot. I can't tell you when, but they will be, in my estimation. And I know what Theta is used for. Theta is used to expand broadband, which we absolutely have to move forward, especially in the metaverse and working from home and going to school from home and all that shit that everything is leaning that way. It's more efficient. It helps you raise your family. If you work for a home and you can raise your kids at the same time, stuff like that. Anyway, go to roadtorow.com, subscribe today, and you guys take care.